Hello everyone and welcome back to another video here on Sam's Crafted Castle. So today we are doing a very simple Christmas card. I obviously decided to go back to Christmas after our little one video Halloween video that I did. So we're going back to Christmas, and this is the Newton's Nook Stylish Stocking Stamp Set. And I'm using a couple different colors of Gina Designs ink. I have 2 reds and 2 greens. They'll pop up on your screen in a second, and they're also down in the video description down below. And I'm just kind of stamping these randomly all over this panel that I cut. It's already cut to a size. I am not good at keeping track of that kind of stuff when I do these videos, but it's cut down to a size that works with the dies that I have. I'm pretty sure I probably just measure. I measure a lot just measuring with dies, where I just take all of the dies and will layer them up how I'm envisioning them in the card to figure out what sizes I need rather than actually knowing what I'm doing. So I did want to mention the Stylish Stocking Stamp Set is on Newton's Nook retiring list. So if you like this stamp set, you don't have it yet, you are probably going to want to go pick it up quickly because I don't think it'll last till next year. But it's a great set. It's a small set, which is always nice. And you have some fun options. It also has a coordinating die set as well, which I will use in a little bit. You don't see me use it on screen so much just because my setup is not great for showing the process of die cutting, I guess. But what I do is I don't even use it with the stamp set. So even if you just want to get the die set, it's a great standalone die set too. It's meant to cut out these stockings, but I actually used it and cut out all the pieces out of pattern paper and was able to make a stocking that way without even using the stamp set. So what you can't see me doing here because my head's in the way is I'm lining up there's the fluffy bit of the stocking, like the cuff part on the top. I'm stamping that in some Gina Designs Whisper ink, and you can't see it in the video, and honestly it doesn't really show up in real life either. So what I probably should have done is, after thinking about it and actually editing and watching this video back, I realized what would have been a really great idea would have been to do it in some white embossing powder, or I actually have some white sparkle embossing powder, which I think would have been really fun, but I did not do that in the moment. And plus, I didn't really entirely know where I was going with this card at the time, so I was trying to keep the background kind of flat. I could have totally done the embossing powder, though, in the end. I also busted out my corner rounder. I don't think I've ever used this thing on this channel. It sits on my desk all the time, and I never use it. And I was kind of laid this out and had it with the square corners, and I didn't like it with the scalloped edge, so I was like, you know what, we're going to round the corners and that's going to fix it. And then I rounded the corners on the rectangle piece that I had cut for my greeting, and that just came out of my scrap box because I'm trying to work through some of those die cut shapes that I've die cut when, I feel like having a die cut marathon. It doesn't happen very often, but I had a few really big ones probably almost a year ago, and I'm still working through the massive amount of shapes that I have of that. But I'm going to use that. This is actually how I decide that I need that other stocking. There's the die. Because I had a little extra room there, and I was like, oh, I can put the little stocking on the end, and that'll be perfect. So I am now using a different stamp set because I wanted to add a little more things to my background, and this is the Gina Designs Holiday Tree stamp set. It has a bunch of little circles in it for decorating the Christmas trees that are in the stamp set, and I just used a couple of the different sizes in some of the reds, and I dropped my ink pad, my ink cube, all over my paper, but that's okay because we have that greeting piece that we can use to cover everything up, and it all works out in the end. We just, instead of putting the greeting at the bottom, you put it in the middle. I was admittedly devastated when I first dropped the ink pad, but I saved it, and it was all fine. I thought I was going to have to start over. But I'm just stamping randomly the little dots in there and avoiding the spot where I dropped the ink pad. But that's the lesson in today's video, is if you drop the ink pad, you can just cover it up and life will be fine. Nobody will know. Well, I shouldn't say that because I guess the whole internet knows on this particular card. But the people you give the card to will most likely not know. Unless, I doubt anyone in my life who watched this video will get that card. So if they do, congratulations. You know the secret that under that one spot there is a big ink pad. Sploosh. I don't know. So now I am stamping the greeting, just using some Gina K Designs Obsidian ink to stamp that on. And now I have to do the greeting opposite of what I was originally intending to do, because to put the stocking on the other side is going to cover up too much of the background, or more of the background than I wanted. So I needed to put the thing on the other side, and so everything ended up backwards. But you know what? It works out. I actually really like this card. It's really simple and just really nice, though. Like, it'll be nice to send that out to someone. But there you go. There's the finished card. That's it. Today's video was fairly short. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I will see you again soon. And have a crafty day.